The Hunter Brothers proudly present Hunting for Funny. Hello folks and welcome to episode 3 of Hunting for Funny. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jack, and this is the Hunting for Funny podcast, and we're just trying to find the funny things in life.
Yes, we are. We're trying to find all the funny parts that we can find to show you people, to brighten your days, because probably like us, you're all having a bit of a dark time at the moment, and that's just how it is. So let's find the funny bits and just run with them.
Why not?
Exactly. So, Jack, we normally start with a roundup of the week. So how has your week been?
Yeah, this week's been alright, to be fair. I mean, I've been busy as always, doing what I do.
Good.
Ducking and diving, wheeling and dealing, you know what I mean? Wheeling because of the chair rather than anything else.
Ripping and tearing, moving and grooving.
This week I've started my training.
Nice.
On Zoom still, but I've had a table and a table tennis robot delivered, which sounds quite cool, which is
it's
very
the future
cool.
right there.
But the trouble is the table was like 200 kilograms, which I'm not exaggerating by that.
Jesus Christ.
The guys couldn't get it off the back of the van. And then just went, we're not allowed in your house because of Corona. Bye.
Of course, yeah. Jeez.
My poor girlfriend Lucy had to literally like drag it in. She was like shoulder barging it. It took an hour to get 10 foot down the corridor.
Oh my goodness,
awful.
I can imagine that wouldn't be too easy.
And then we unboxed it and there's no wheels on it, so it's just constantly down in my living room. But I've got about 2 foot of space either side in my whole living room. so at the moment we've got to crawl underneath the table to get to the couch.
Oh,
you can
wow.
only see half the TV. But yeah, that's dedication.
At least, yeah, that's dedication. You've got a story from the future when you're doing your tell-all biography, or whatever it's called, your memoirs, and you're selling your #1 book. You got a little story that time you had to climb around the table to get a cup of tea.
I mean, if I keep on whacking my head as many times as I do on the table now, I'll give myself a learning disability, let alone a physical disability. Like,
well, you can be at the top of a different class then, can't you? So you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Every cloud.
I could win the Special Olympics then, it'd be all right.
Oh, God. So what else have you up to? You've been training with your robot?
Yeah,
I hope you've only been training with the robot, nothing else. You're not teaching it naughty habits.
Not quite, not allowed.
Almost there.
I've been...
You'll figure it out one day.
I've been trying to teach Lucy how to play table tennis as well, which has been quite fun. It's a very frustrating sport to first try.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So she's doing as well as she can do.
Great.
But yeah, doing well. Coaching is a different dynamic when you're in a relationship, I suppose. So coaches don't usually tell me to fuck off, but I suppose everyone's different.
Yeah, tell me about it. I know what you mean. It's a nightmare, isn't it?
It's mad. Like there's just different ways of talking to people, isn't there? So you've got a coach relationship where now there's nothing in that in a girlfriend relationship you can piss off or whatever you want.
Exactly. I've been in the same situation before. I remember I was teaching when I was a teacher. I did like an evening adults class for Photoshop.
Yeah.
And we needed numbers, so as I said to Charlie, will you come to the class? Because we need at least like 6 people or we can't run this class. That's like extra hours for me, So she said she'd go, and she got her mum and her auntie to go as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just felt so awkward. Just trying to teach these people that I know, speak to every day. And it's like, a mum's not, super computer literate, so teach them how to do Photoshop and stuff. But the thing is, Charlie got so good at it, she started doing face swaps with people. So like, I just taught some basic methods, like now you can touch up your pictures and stuff, do like spot removal or get rid of creases and stuff.
Yeah. And
instead she went to her cousin's wedding pictures and swapped the bride and groom's faces and then put them online. And it just weirdly looked right. It's such a good job. But yeah, I know what you mean. You don't really have the authority anymore when it's someone you know.
When I say do something, she's like, nope. I'm like, oh, fair enough.
But just try this now. I don't want to. Well, okay. Yeah. You know best. The wife knows best. Oh, well, that's good. So at least you're keeping up with the training, you're keeping up with the hard work.
Yeah, apart from that, I've just been doing my usual bits and bobs, trying to keep my social media sorted out.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a cheap plug here, Chris.
Go for it. Cheap, expensive, do all the plugs you want.
I'm doing a webinar. Because I usually go and do talks in businesses and schools and talk about table tennis, my life and my journey, all that
of course.
Good stuff. So I'm running a Skype virtual one. So I'll be doing that next Saturday. So if anyone wants to join, just hit us up on our socials and we'll sort it out.
There you go, folks.
We're doing all right.
What date is that? Because we record at a different date to release.
That will be on the 4th of July, 7
Sunday.
o'clock. So yeah, Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, so this will come out in the morning and it'll be in the night time.
There you go.
So
perfect day, folks.
Once you're listening.
So if you listen to it when you wake up, get your ass online, chuck them some pennies and get watching.
That'll do me.
That sounds good. No, it's good to know that you've been doing that. This week I've just been primarily working and I've been playing The Last of Us. I finished it.
Oh,
no
nice.
spoilers. I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody. But yeah, it's been amazing. I've been really enjoying it. And I've just been looking at things around the world a little bit as well, looking at bits of news and whatnot. There was, I'm interested in Japan and stuff like that. So a lot of the people on Twitter that I follow are, Japanese YouTubers or YouTubers who live in Japan and that kind of stuff. And most of them are pointing out at the moment there's this, there's like a political campaign going on for people to run for office, whatever that is. Okay. I don't know I don't know the details. But one of the people running for office is a woman who I'm trying to think how to describe this. She's trying to be sexy to get votes. Doing a great job, by the way.
Do you know all I've got in my head is Theresa May just wearing a short skirt trying to get votes? That's all I've got in my head.
Luckily, it's better than that. No, she's trying to get the media's attention,
right? By
the posters that they have up. They always have the people in like the suits and stern looking. Vote for me, I'll make things good. That kind of poster. And hers is just got this bright red background. She's completely naked except for two face masks over her bosoms. And those face masks were sent to her in the post by the current Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe. And he had this thing where he was meant to send every household in Japan 2 face masks when Rona went a bit mad. Yeah. When anti-Rona got out, he was meant to do that, and he did do it. But it took ages to be sent out. And then when they were sent out, a lot of them were faulty or smelled bad or had human hair on them. Oh, nice. And it's like, these aren't safe at all. They're not sanitary. They've probably got Rona on them already. So it's a complete shambles. So she's using them as a thing. And the best part is, she said, if she wins, she'll take them off. So she's literally saying, if you vote for me, I'll show you my tatties. So...
I mean, Britain's got 1 tit running. At least Japan's got 2.
It might have 2 soon. But yeah, I saw that and I thought, we need more things like that in British politics. Yeah. A bit more humour, a little less doom and gloom.
Johnson can keep his Johnson to himself.
That's a good point. I don't fancy seeing that. Yeah. When you think about it.
This is my cock.
Anyway, what is it? Take it out, put it in. Take it out, put it in. You wouldn't know what to do with it. We're not on that bit yet. Anyway, another thing that we noticed today. Charlie broke my heart today. Get ready for the sad story. Right. I cleaned the kitchen this week. That isn't the sad bit. I was made up with it. Looks good. I'm happy. I walk in there and I go, kitchen's clean. Because it wasn't dirty. It was just we had stuff stacked up. Over time, you're like, I'll just leave it there. We had 1 million water bottles, that kind of stuff. Oh, okay. And it just fills out the side on the kitchen and you're like, I've got nowhere to put stuff. So I was like, sorry, I'm going to do a deep clean of the kitchen. And I did all that. And one of the things that I sorted out was the soda stream. It's accessible now. We can get back to it. But we haven't got any stuff for it because we've not used it in about 2 years. So Charlie looked up the root beer syrup we used to get because it's just the best. I love root beer. It's great, but it's so hard to buy over here.
Oh, I had root beer last week, actually. I bought it in Aldi.
Oh, nice. There you go. I'll take it to Aldi.
Lucy said it tastes like mouthwash, but
it does. That's the taste. That's what they use. That's why they don't sell it over here, because it's the same flavour we use for mouthwash they use for flavour. So, I don't know.
I swallowed a bit of mouthwash last week. I thought I was going to die.
No, you just got a bit pissed.
I was gargling the mouthwash. Well, then the reaction was to swallow it. I was
I don't know about that, mate. I don't roll in the same circles as you. Whatever it takes to get to the top, I'm just saying, athletes have got secrets too. Number 8, naturally number 8. The only 8 you know is something else.
You wanted to see what number 9 did.
10 and 11, bloody savages. But anyway, we went to get... How did we get to that?
No idea.
Anyway, it's bloody off the rails, 9 minutes in.
Oh, God, we've gone from a small anecdote about a mouthwash
to a massive something else. Anyway, so Charlie was looking up getting this root beer syrup because we've not had it for ages. Yeah. And she was like, I don't think they sell a root beer syrup anymore. Oh. That can't be true. Surely it's the best product. So we went online and looked. And because of old lady Rona, bloody Auntie Rona's off her pills again. Oh, no. Because of her, they've got 7 flavours, tops. And 3 of which are nonsense. Never heard of them.
Nonsense or nonsense?
Nonsense.
Oh, I thought you said nonsense.
I don't imagine nonce flavour is the best flavour. It's probably bitter and old and sweaty.
Would it be fruit shoot?
No, I don't think so. That was quick for you, though. That was very quick for you. Sorry, wait, it's 2020. Allegedly. That should cover you for everything, I think.
There's Capuchin and fruit shoot.
Grab your son.
Sunny D.
Here's a grab your son.
Grab your son.
Oh man, that's terrible. Sunny D.
My Sunny D. Right, go on.
The stubby yellow one. This is really gone so off the rails already. Sorry, folks. We'll be back soon after these words.
We don't even make money.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna owe people money for I don't know what. But yeah, the short part of the story, can't get it. Super sad. Can't get it. But other than that, this week's going to be good because on Friday, the 3rd of July, on Disney Plus, the almighty Hamilton is coming to it.
Oh, nice.
So, the musical Hamilton, everyone knows it. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Yeah. If you get a chance to go and see it when the world opens again, do it.
You've been a few times to see it, have you?
No, only once. It's really hard to get tickets.
I thought you went a few times.
No, not for that. It was amazing, though. It was a really, really good show. And the soundtrack is phenomenal. Know every word to every song. It's that kind of soundtrack. And it never gets old, ever. But the people who listen to it in shuffle should be shot in the face. No musical. If you've ever listened to a soundtrack for a musical on shuffle, you deserve to sit on something sharp and painful because it's you can't do it. It's like just deciding I'm going to start reading this book at chapter 7. You know what? I feel like chapter 2 now. It's not. You can't do that, so don't do it. But anyway,
like Goosebumps, you can just change the story when you change the.
Oh, like a choose your own musical adventure. Does he die? Does he not die? He dies. There's a sad music. Oh, no, but that's coming out on Friday. It's really cool because they filmed it fully with the original cast.
Oh, nice.
It had been on stage for a year, so everyone's done like 500 performances.
Yeah.
And they filmed it like really cinematically, so there's no audience as far as I know. And there's loads of different angles and stuff, so you can see parts you don't normally see. But it's all the original cast. It's everybody from the album.
Wow.
And they've done it. They're calling it like the Hamill film. It's not a movie. It's just shot like a movie. It's still the stage play.
Okay.
But that comes out on Friday on Disney Plus, so I'm really excited to watch that. And
nice.
On the same day, Frozen 2 comes out on Disney Plus. I bloody love Frozen.
Wow.
I don't care why. I don't care if people know that I love Frozen. I don't understand why people are ashamed to love Frozen. I think it's fan-fucking-tastic. Olaf is the best Disney character, bar none. And Frozen 2 is bloody good.
Oh, wow.
I listened to the Frozen 2 soundtrack. When we went to watch Frozen 2, right, the soundtrack was so damn good that we listened to it on repeat for I don't know how long. But I've easily heard the album, 90 times. Easily. And it came out in like, I don't know, November or something.
You and Charlie are literally like 6-year-olds just growing up.
Yeah, that's it. We're just children who idiots lent money to. That's the only... It's just why we have a house. I'm literally looking at you, looking at a Lego Star Wars figure. That's how this works. Like, I'm surrounded by childish nonsense, and I love it. I literally can't put my hand out without touching something. Look at this. You ready? Harry Potter, Bertie Bott's beans.
Wow.
Wow. We've got a Final Fantasy figure. So it's impossible. Oh, Diet Coke. It's everything.
If I didn't know you had a wife, I'd definitely think you're a virgin.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, it might still be. You never know. Here's the ultimate hybrid, right, of a grown-up child, right? I have a USB pen. A lot of adults do. That's where you keep your files, right? Do you want to see mine?
Yeah, if you want.
It is a little plane with a slidey stick. And he just slots it. Oop, there you go.
Oh, any street cred that I had, which was a tiny, tiny bit, my brother's just taken away.
Oh, I've never had any. I've never had a single drip of street cred. It's not what I do. But I've got a style, though. I wore a special T-shirt today. Just before the podcast, I thought, I stink. So I thought, it's really hot in here. I was like, I need to change my top. This is just too much. Because I've been sat working on my computer all day. It's really hot in that room as well. And I thought, what can I wear? I'll literally grab the first thing I see. And I grabbed it. And it wasn't quite appropriate. But I thought, well, it's Rona. People understand.
Right.
So, so I'm wearing my Star Wars Christmas T-shirt. Because every day is Christmas in the quarantine.
Every day is Christmas.
It's not felt any different. Apart from the lack of presents.
Did you see the article about the guy? It was a few years ago. And he loved Christmas that much. He had like Christmas Day every day. Have you seen it? It was like an old guy.
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
Yeah, some random place in America, I think it was, and he basically was like Christmas Day every day.
See, wouldn't that
like Santa hats, crackers, they filled in it a lot. Like...
But wouldn't that like ruin Christmas for you?
I think so. I'd be confused.
You wouldn't enjoy it anymore, surely. If you do something every day, it can't be like enjoyable anymore.
Yeah.
But maybe it is. I don't know.
He must have loads of pairs of socks and undies. Like, he must have loads.
It's all he gets for Christmas every day. God, that would be disappointed, wouldn't it? But
wraps him up.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's a good point. If you have Christmas every day, you'd have to go with like cheap presents, so it'd just be crap.
Yeah.
So you'd never have a good Christmas.
You'd wrap up your own council tax bills and like give them to yourself.
Ooh, I get to give the council £5 for Christmas. It shows how much I pay attention to the bills. I have no idea how much council tax is.
A £5 for council tax.
I have genuinely no idea. I earn money, I send it to the joint bank account, and Charlie takes care of all the bills. Like I ask me who our energy provider is, I'll say I don't know. Ask me who our insurer is.
Wow, you really are the woman in a relationship, aren't you? You really are. You have really took roles on.
No, it's not that at all. It's just I'm just stupid. I don't have the memory to pay stuff on time. I think that's what it is.
Fair, I don't. See, I pay ours, but then Lucy tells me to pay ours, so it doesn't really work that way.
Well, saying that,
sort out.
See, I leave it to the smart one, but she's not always super smart because I know I think it was last year, she was looking up, I think it was like house insurance or something.
Yeah. And
she got like a good quote and whatever and, bought it. And like a year later, she got a renewal letter saying, it's time for renewal. Like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. We'll shop around and then renew it.
Yeah.
And then like the next day got another renewal letter from a different company. And it turns out we've been paying 2 people for a year.
Nice.
Because she I think, must have just forgot to cancel one of them.
Just wait until you get robbed, they can claim twice.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Boom. Oh, they're both null and void because they probably fight some sort of clause. I don't know. I have no idea. You probably can't do it with 2 people.
We'll set up a little thing and I'll come and try and rob your house.
Yeah, good luck.
I was going to say I can only get to the front door. But who's that backing on the back, bashing the bottom stair? Then I can't hear what's going on.
Speaking of you getting to the front door, because of you and your bloody situation. There's every now and again I'll go downstairs and just behind the front door we have like this mat that's built into the floor. Remember? Yeah. It's like a shop.
Yeah.
And there's this little baby slug, which keeps appearing. And you know why that appears? I found this out the other day. So I was like, how can this appear? We've got a new front door. It's fully sealed. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because we have what they call what's it called now? I forgot. Basically, it's a little thing at the bottom. Normally on the front door you have like a little step you have to get over. Disabled threshold, that's it. We have a disabled threshold on our door so that when you get here, you can get in.
Yeah. Nice.
But that means it leaves a little gap. And that little gap is enough for little arsehole slugs to go, I'm going to live in here now. And I stood in a bugger the other day.
Little slug in a wheelchair. Just like
that'd be amazing. Oh my God, that'd be like the other day when I was telling you about Munch's Odyssey. That's what he looks like, a slug in a wheelchair. Oh, right. So that is what I've been doing this week. So next question for the week, Jack. What's been bugging you?
Oh, right. This one has been bugging me for quite a while now.
Okay.
And it's something that I know is a pet hate of yours as well.
Go on.
Since the lockdown laws have been lifted a little bit, me and Lucy have been out to see some friends, and we went to the park. Now, that's great. We take our rubbish away.
Yeah.
But the parks are absolutely filled with rubbish, and it really, really, really gets to my teeth.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. So it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's awful. I mean, I don't understand how you could do that. Like, maybe a crisp packet that blows away in the wind. I mean, Lucy's had me chasing carrier bags in the car park for hours.
I was going to say,
Float the car. Like,
it's a dumb thing, isn't it? You don't leave rubbish.
Yeah.
It's just you don't do it.
It just baffles me how people can just leave a big massive pile of rubbish.
Yeah, just scumbags.
Oh, it's so annoying. And like barbecues and there's them little metal canisters as well that they have for them balloons things. Oh,
they're not for balloon things.
Absolute idiots. No, they are for balloons, but they're for like high.
I was going to say they don't use them. They're not just somewhere making loads of balloons. Just having a rave. Let's get set some balloons up.
We've raided some clowns just like practicing how to do balloon animals.
That'd be so funny. The police kick down the door and it's just a bunch of clowns.
Do you know what police sirens are for clowns?
Just do that again for me.
I can't do it anymore.
Just one more time. There you go. All right, we're good. We're covered for arms. But one thing I have been liking about this rubbish situation, though, is that I've noticed some of the councils have been really sassy with their signs. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I can't remember what they say now, but they say stuff like, do you want to be a scumbag? Do you want to leave the place looking rotten for you and your family? Well, then leave your rubbish. but we don't like it.
Would your house look like this?
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but yeah, they're just absolute monsters. So I
think it's mad. Like, I mean, when you travel around the world, England is one of the countries that's got loads of rubbish around, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah, like especially if you go somewhere like Tokyo. Like, I dare you to find some rubbish. There's no bins and no rubbish. Figure that one out.
The worst situation when I was in Tokyo.
Yeah.
We played the tournament for a week. We had 2 days extra, so we thought we'll go travelling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was absolutely knackered from the tournament. I'd done all right, and I'm just feeling a bit sick. But I wanted to go travelling, so I was just exhausted. And I was on the trains, and as it is, like, you don't talk on the trains, like at all. That's just the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting with some of the table tennis boys, Kim and Billy, and I was like, "Boys, I feel sick here." They're like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be sick." And they're like, "What?" So poor Kim had a little tiny plastic bag that literally one that would fit a bottle of water in.
Oh no!
Chucked it to me, and I just started chucking up in this pack because it's on a train. My chair's going everywhere. So Billy's holding the back of my chair, going, ugh, and I'm just like chucking up, which is making him feel sick.
Oh no! Of course it does.
But the worst thing is, I tied the carrier bag up and luckily Kim's a doctor, so he was fine with all that stuff.
Right.
He was like, "Right, give me the carrier bag."
Yeah.
And we were walking around trying to find a bin, and he was like, "There's no bins."
No.
So he was walking around like he won a goldfish.
Oh
like,
no!
Just a bag of like clear sick.
He just won the world's worst prize at the fair. That's horrible.
Mate, I'm so sorry.
It's a good job he didn't forget and stick his hand in.
Oh.
Trying to get a drink. Oh. Well, I remember that day. You called me that day. You had, I think it was like exhaustion or something, wasn't it? That you had.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And I remember you woke me up in a sleepy stupor. You remember now, don't you? So
I do, yeah.
he calls me right from Tokyo, and Lord knows what the time difference is or whatever. But he calls me, and he's like, "The room's moving." It's like, okay, it's probably a little earthquake or something. And he's like, "No, the room's moving like I'm on a boat. Like I jumped, I was on a boat, and now it's moving. What's going on?" I was like, "Yeah, it's an earthquake." He said, "Yeah, but the whole room's moving." I said, "Yeah, because the earth is moving. You're on the earth, it's moving." And I feel like you were still in like a sleepy stupor, you know?
Yeah, I was.
And like,
it was so bad because like I felt ill, so I went back into sleep, and I was in like a really deep sleep.
Yeah.
And I dreamt I was on a boat, and I was thinking, "Oh, this is a really nice wave, like going." And then I woke up, but I didn't know if I was still in a dream. My water was like rattling. I was like, "This isn't normal."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I need to ring Chris, tell him I'm going to die or something." I was like, I don't know what to do.
One last word.
But I didn't know it was in a dream, and you were like, "It's an earthquake." And I was like, "What? I'm on a boat. How can I have an earthquake on a boat?" And I realised I woke up. It was like, what is going on?
Oh man, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? You don't think about earthquakes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get to. I think we felt one very minor one, but I didn't get to experience one. I was kind of gutted when we were there because I've been twice now, and both times nothing. Although we were there with our friends who were in the next room, and they said they felt one. I was like, I didn't feel a thing, so maybe I don't know.
Yeah, mine was just tiny, but like it was because I was quite high up in the hotel. It must.
Oh, it gets a bit of a sway on. Yeah, they're designed to sway, so they don't snap. Reassuring, isn't it? Yeah, they're literally designed to move.
Snap.
You know the biggest ones in Tokyo, they're designed to move. I think it's like a maximum of 3 feet either way.
Oh wow!
So can you imagine like a massive steel structure moving 3 feet? You'd be shitting yourself.
Not for me. Not for me.
I don't mind it. If I figured they're safe enough.
Yeah, just about.
Tokyo was like firebombed in the wall, wasn't it? So it got completely flattened.
True,
most of the buildings are relatively modern.
Yeah. So, I love Tokyo though. It's like one of my favourite places I've been to.
Can't wait to go back.
I mean, they think I'm in a gang though because I've got tattoos. Like literally, it's like mad.
Oh yeah.
I went to go swimming and they were like, "Nope, you've got tattoos." And I was like,
"Yeah, you're not allowed a gym membership either."
It's like, what are you? What? Do I look like a gangster? Like, what
you could be the first white wheelchair-bound Yakuza.
I remember when I went to Korea, like when I had my mohawk, I had like a red and black mohawk.
Oh, yeah.
This guy was like, "You're so cool," and I was like, "Cheers, mate." And he was walking, he was like, "Are you part of the Yakuza?" And I was like, "Nope."
Yeah, it's not a request you get too often, is it?
Yeah, it's not quite my cup of tea.
That's insane. It'd be cool if you were in the Yakuza. I mean, I
know. I
play the games. They're pretty. They seem to have an interesting lifestyle.
Yeah, but like I've no idea. But I'm sick on Hitman, so like I know.
There you go. You know your way around a PP7. So what was bugging you was rubbish.
Yeah, yes. Basically, if you're in a park, public service announcement, pick your shit up. Yes. That's all I can say to you.
And your rubbish.
Yeah, and you shake your rubbish, but don't piss behind bushes as well. There was a queue of people pissing behind a bush in the park. Really, really. I know there's a queue, like a 2 metre queue. Yeah. Right, this is the worst thing it was. There's a 2 metre queue behind the hedge to go and stand in someone else's piss. To come out again. But they were all queuing nicely to piss on the floor. Oh,
you know what's great is when the government say, "Oh, we trust people to use common sense." There isn't any.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Don't do that because people are stupid. You got to hold their hand, tell them exactly what to do and when to do it, and hope that they do that because they're not going to do that.
Yeah, I know. People are like, "Oh, I'm being a bit naughty by breaking these rules." It's not a government rule that you have to go to jail for. You are going to die if you get this. So
exactly.
It's not. It's
like people who like in America like refusing to wear masks and stuff. It's like, oh, the government has taken my freedoms. No, the virus will kill you and those you know. There's no freedoms about it. You're going to die.
Did you see the video of the woman in America on TikTok? It was a guy who worked like in a garage or a petrol station or whatever.
Yeah.
She'd had a face mask on, but she cut a hole with the mouth.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Oh, that was insane.
And he like filmed her and it got like 1 million views. She came back in with the same mask on and told him to take it down. And he was like, no. And just took him to court about it.
Bloody Karen. It's always a bloody Karen, isn't it? This is the year of the Karens. I bet you the bat was called Karen.
Probably, yeah, definitely was, yeah.
Pain in the ass.
What's been bugging you this week? What have you been up to? Like,
what's been bugging me this week? Like I said, I've been playing The Last of Us, which no spoilers, not going to spoil it for anybody. But I know a lot of people who've played it didn't like something that happened in the game.
Right.
And the person who voices the character that it happened, Laura Bailey voices a character in it called Abby. And they didn't like something that she did. So no spoilers, it's all I'm saying. They didn't like something she did. So rather than saying...
voice-wise or character-wise?
No, something that her character did. So not even the person, not even a performance. A performance is perfect. Right. But something that her character did, they didn't like. Yeah. So rather than being like, well, that was bad, instead they sent her death threats. She's got hundreds of death threats from people.
Oh, my God.
It's like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah.
This is a person doing ridiculous. A job. They're not even... like, I couldn't even fathom it if they were the writer or, the one who made it happen. But they're nowhere near that scale. They're the person that did the words. They just nom, just that down a mic. And then that got them death threats. It's fucking ridiculous. So people who take stuff that seriously, like the amount of butthurt arseholes I've seen over this game. Like,
it's crazy.
I don't like that. It's not what I wanted to happen. Well, great. You didn't make it, so you don't have to like it. It's like, I feel like I say this every week now. You don't have to like everything. It's okay to be offended or whatever. You just...
Absolutely,
Just don't do that thing again, then.
Just don't do it,
Yeah, it's dead easy.
It's like the people that are on, like, Coronation Street and they're going through, like, a bad storyline and people that lynch him in the street. Like, well, what are you doing? You know it's not real.
Yeah, exactly.
You know it's not real.
People shouting nonsense at characters and stuff like this. My name's Jeff. I play Jerry on telly. Whatever. I don't know these people, but you know what I mean? It's just, people need to separate reality from fiction.
Absolutely.
No jobs saying that. These are the same people who probably believe the Bible. So,
Well, you're just so sweet.
Allegedly. I don't know, 2020. That fixes everything, doesn't it?
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's what's been bugging me. So yeah, I think that was me. So that leads us on to our next segment, Mr. Jack, which is... the idiots and heroes of the week. So as usual, I think we should start with idiots. Get the shit out the way first.
We're going for the old cupcake layering, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We're starting with the nasty, shitty bottom
layer. Shit at the bottom, cream on the top.
Sweet cream at the top. We're going to think of a better analogy for that because cupcakes are amazing all the way through. But yeah, so go on. You can go first. Who's your idiot this week?
Right, my idiot this week is FC Seoul Football Club in South Korea.
Oh, right, okay. Seoul, like the city.
Yeah, so
right.
FC Seoul Football Club started playing their matches again.
Right.
After with no crowd.
Yeah, same as us.
Can't do that, all sort of stuff. But the most fantastic thing that they did was they used the company to buy like mannequins to dress the crowd up.
Mannequins?
But they used the wrong company and got a lot of sex dolls in.
Oh.
so the full
lots of shocked fans.
These like, yeah. Ooh, that was a goal.
He's going to miss it. Oh.
Kick it harder.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So all the fans are complaining, and they've had to issue a statement saying they apologise, but the company sold both like sales mannequins and sex mannequins.
I guess if you've got the human mould in your factory, you might as well make use out of it. You're just going to stick a couple more holes in one of them. You might as well earn a penny, you know what I mean?
They all had all like the kits on and the scarves and stuff, and they all sit in the crowd. Honestly, I've seen it and I was like, that is brilliant.
Oh my god, that is great. That's such an idiotic move though, as you say. Like,
oh yeah, it is mad. Like...
I saw a similar one. I didn't see the full story, but there was somebody who, I think you could pay to have your face on like a cutout in a football crowd. And somebody did. And you must just be able to upload whatever picture you want.
Yeah.
Because they put up a picture saying cheers. I think was it Leeds? It was cheers whoever football club. It's like you sat me next to fucking Osama bin Laden. And somebody paid to have bin Laden as one of the cutouts. So just this guy like this sitting next to bin Laden on the stands. It was amazing.
If you could pick a cutout to go in any crowd, who would you pick?
Oh God, that's a good one. Mr. Blobby.
Take up 3 seats.
Yeah, 3 seats, bright pink. It's like Where's Wally, but the opposite. Like, oh, there he is. You'd always spot it. What about you?
I think I would pick someone really controversial, like Jimmy Savile or someone, just like chuck it in the thing.
Oh man, you and like 5 mates could team up and each get a different version of Savile. Like the golden tracksuit, the pink and green one with the big yellow glasses, one next to a kid under his arm, you know. What, the Make-A-Wish Savile? Whichever ones do you want?
Make-A-Wish Savile.
There's probably one of them. Guys in Munster. He got a lucky escape, didn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
it's like, Jesus Christ. All that stuff came out after he died.
Yeah, like the Jimmy Savile stuff baffled me because I'm a little bit younger, so I knew who Jimmy Savile was, but he wasn't really.
Yeah, but he's no one.
When I was younger.
It wasn't like standard pop culture guy for you.
Yeah. So
like for our parents, he was. I think it's like 70s, 80s.
Yeah. I mean, when it came out, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to Google," and then Google it. And it was like,
Jesus Christ!
That's how you draw a paedophile. That's literally how you draw it. If you were going to give me a pen and paper, it would be that.
Yeah,
how did
it's
no
like
one know? Like...
Yeah, I think the thing is with those kind of like stereotypes, I know what you mean. It's weird. They always come from somewhere, but they don't always seem apparent till afterwards.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like in the 80s when like nobody knew that Freddie Mercury and George Michael were gay. It's like look at any pictures of Wham and Queen. Like really. Yeah, but it's because now we set that as like the standard, you know. So, but I love it. I'd have loved to have been around back then. I'd just be like, I wonder. There's lots of mystery in the air. Lots of mystery. It's lots of age as well. But...
horrible time, isn't it? Like I don't know how you could ever watch that guy and be like, he's cool. Like what are you thinking?
Times change. It's weird, isn't it? It's really messed up.
I'm glad he's dead. I think it's easy.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But it's funny because I remember the day of his funeral. It was on TV. Like it was that big a thing and that bigger like a hero or whatever to people. That like I remember there was like they had the coffin and then like his sunglasses and a cigar, like on top of the coffin. It's like this big moment on BBC News, and then like less than a year later, it's like shit's hit the fan and it's everywhere.
Like it was going to morgues and stuff. Like it's messed
up. It is messed up.
The worst one I heard was he was in the it's called Stoke Mandeville spinal unit for obviously people who've had spinal cord injuries.
Right.
And apparently it's like keys that were free roaming. He could just walk around whatever one he wanted. Like how does that happen for one? But there was a girl who was paralysed from the neck down, couldn't move at all.
Right.
And he just walked up and stuck his tongue down her throat. Like what a sick vile bastard.
That is horrible.
Like how can you ever give someone like that access to hospital? It absolutely baffles me. I hope he beds now.
It's broken. Yeah, I was going to say if he wasn't already dead, we'd hope he was. But
yeah.
Anyway, on to happier things.
Happier things.
This
that's
is the finding.
That's the shit cupcake, and that's what
That's it. We're hunting for funny, not for nonsense. Yeah. Someone else's job. That's Stinson Hunter's job. Actually, different Hunter. Did you know
Join
that?
the podcast, Stinson. Get yourself on.
Do you know? Have you seen Stinson Hunter?
I have recently.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they are. It's not one of us, but good on you. Keep it up. Excuse me. So your idiot was the. I've already forgot.
The FC Soulful.
Thank you. So yes.
Sex dolls in the crowd.
Yes, sex dolls. Idiotic sex dolls. My idiot is someone Charlie pointed out to me earlier on today. Because she said, have you got your idiot this week yet? I said, no. She said, well, there's one for you. There's a guy, you know the way Leicester's fucked and they've gone back in lockdown? There's a guy who runs a clothes factory there, and he's just refusing to shut down. It's like, nah, not shutting down. I'm not doing it. And the staff haven't got the right PPE. They're not far away enough from each other.
Oh, God.
And he's like, look, if we shut down, if we stop, we're going to shut down. We can't afford to stay open.
Yeah.
He said, like, and because the government haven't given us any information on what to do or whatever, we're just going to keep going.
Don't do anything.
It's like,
that's ridiculous.
What do you mean they haven't given you information? They said everything's locked down.
Yeah,
they couldn't make it clear with the signs every 3 feet outside.
In the words.
Yeah, and he even said during the main lockdown, they couldn't afford to stay locked down the whole time, so they only did it for 4 weeks. It's like 4 weeks.
Oh my God.
Been working from home for 4 months. And you and you were shut for 4 weeks.
Outside and you're just like going around.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what do you mean they give you no support apart from the support that's there for you specifically as a small business?
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently he's still doing it. Just refuses to help. Refuses to get the right PP for staff. So yeah, I don't know.
Certified idiot.
Absolute moron. So that's my idiot for this week. So who's your hero this week, Jack? Happy times. Let's get the happy going.
Happy time. I just can't stop thinking about sex dolls in football grounds.
Mate, none of us can. It's a curse. Just the second you learn they exist, you're like, that's what I want. One of them, please.
Start chanting, the referee is wanking. The referee is wanking.
Of all things to do with a doll, that is the most wasteful waste of time ever. You just paid a doll to watch you.
It's all gone quiet over there. All the displays just on the corner of the doll. Anyway.
It's always quiet everywhere. Have you ever?
Time must be fun.
Have you ever heard that Tim Minchin song, "Inflatable You"?
Yeah.
Oh, that is the best. So it just reminded me of that. Everyone go listen to that. If you haven't listened to it already, listen to it. It's the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, who's your hero this week, Jack?
Not debatable. That one.
That's the one. Oh man, he really knows it. Bonus feature next week. Jack's gonna sing the whole song. No, he's not.
Right. I don't know. I'm going to go into this because it's a bit of a serious one. My hero of the week this week is the girls and boys behind the Speak Out movement, the hashtag Speak Out movement that's been on Twitter.
All right.
I don't know if you've seen this, but I'm a big wrestling fan.
Yes.
British wrestling fan, American wrestling fan.
Yes.
And there's been absolute turmoil in the wrestling community. Some very, very brave girls and boys have came out and said that they were sexually abused, they were assaulted, they were groomed. Just horrific events by some very high-profile wrestlers, and I'm not going to name them because you don't deserve
to
have a day.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Absolute scumbags. But I just wanted to give as much as I can to these people that have come out and spoke out, because I think it's such an important topic, and it must be so hard to go against an organisation, and not just an organisation, but a whole lifestyle of a sport that you want to achieve, and I couldn't imagine what they've been through. So girls like Alexis Falcon, there's lots of different girls that came out. There's Lucy Openshaw's doing a lot of work alongside everyone. So it's been incredible, and for me it's been tough because I have idolised some of these blokes that have been outed, and they're absolute scumbags. And yeah, I'm just so proud of everyone that has come out, and Sarah Loxton and everyone else who started the movement. Yeah, it's girls and boys.
Of course, it's going to be widespread, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's never just one certain path. It's always all over the shop.
It came out about one certain wrestler and it just spiraled from there.
Well, that's all it needs. You just need that one person to speak out, and it starts the confidence trail, which is that's how the whole Me Too movement started. So it's good on them for doing that. It's a tough one. I mean,
it's been mad. So I just wanted to put that out there, I suppose.
Fantastic.
And hopefully it carries on and we get rid of all these twats
out
of wrestling. So
exactly. It's been. I was saying to you the other day, it's been a similar thing for in the comedy community and in the game development community. There's been similar stuff going on.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's gradually getting better. Things are changing for the better.
Yeah.
Because people are finding a voice. They're finding the confidence and the security in doing that. Because in the past you get told to shush, or instantly sacked, or blackballed or whatever, blacklisted.
It's awful. I couldn't imagine being a girl in a male-dominated industry. But some of these girls are world-class athletes, not just because of gender, because they're world-class athletes.
Yeah, they're putting in the work.
Yeah, and I know we make light of what we've been talking about, but I think it's incredible to come out and do what they've done.
Exactly.
Give that bit out. So
bravo to them. Did you say there's a hashtag or something?
Hashtag Speak Out. So speaking out would be the movement, and there's lots of different stories that come out, and I'm just glad it is. So
cool.
This is just my little bit to try. I've not actually said a lot on social media about the situation because I find it difficult to address.
Plus it's not your place to do that as well, but it is your place to show support. And in the whole,
for sure.
In these whole movements, this kind of stuff, like with the Black Lives Matter movement and all this kind of stuff that's going on at the moment, sometimes just being silent is the worst thing you can do. So to speak out and spread the word of it is good. So good on you for doing that. Maybe fling a retweet later with the hashtag in it or something.
Absolutely, I'll sort that out. What's your hero of the week?
It's a bit different.
I feel like I've lowered the tone of this.
No, you've not lowered the tone. I've just.
I've high.
You've set the bar so high. my
fucking shoes or something.
my hero of the week. He's changing lives in a different way. He's the Tesco delivery driver.
Every little helps.
Every little helps indeed. No, see, we've been getting Tesco delivery recently, because it's been getting a Tesco delivery because at the moment I'm trying to not go out because I've got to go for some tests soon and don't want to mess things up by getting ill. So anyway, long story, but so we're getting Tesco delivery, and so the guy was bringing the bags to the front door. Yeah. And one of the bags, one of the boxes that he gives, like the crate things that they've got, it just had a box of shreddies and some eggs in it. It's like, okay, that's nice and safe. And I got it. I picked it up, and one of the egg pouches was wet. It's like, oh, eggs bug. So I opened it to check how many have buggered.
Yeah.
And he was walking back with a new crate. I went, oh, how many are gone? And I went, it's just the one. It's like, just the one? Oh, it was 6 before. Said, I'll have to try harder next time. He's a really nice guy. He's only like 24 as well. And he said, I tell you what. He said, can you rescue the other 9? Because it was a 10 box. I said, yeah. He said, all right, well, I'll do your refund. Just rescue the other 9 for us. You can have a refund for them all.
Nice.
I thought, well, what a hero.
Hero. That is a hero.
Yeah. But he was just so funny about it. Like, I'll have to try harder next time. I got 6 before. He said, but it's not too bad. I've had one potato and leek soup and 6 eggs. So, it's not been a bad day so far.
You know that he said that joke about 25 times. He still found
absolutely.
it every time.
But, the good thing is he still had a smile on his face. It was 8:30 at night. He actually turned up an hour early. It was meant to arrive between 9 and 10 at night.
Yeah.
And he just appeared at 8:05. And he's like, oh, but don't mind. I was a bit early. It's like, it's fine. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I got a text from Tesco at 9:30 saying, I'm running a bit late. It's going to be between 9:30 and 10:05. It's like, you're not running late for me, so you're probably running late because you came to me first. But yeah, and it's funny, and when you get those deliveries, they have like a substitution list. Yeah. So if you order something and they haven't got it, they'll give you a substitution and tell you what it is. And there's a big long list because we ordered a meal deal for lunch. So they have to put everything from that deal in the substitutions list and just swap out the one thing that was missing.
Why the butty meal deals? Or
that's it, the butty one.
Oh, okay. So you ordered a meal deal to your house?
That's not all it was. It was part of me shopping. Well, I didn't have food, did I, you jeb? But I want the nice sandwiches.
You have a meal deal on the go and you've got nowhere to cook. Why would you be eating butties in your house?
Because that's where I live and it's where I work.
Just imagine you and Charlie just sitting down. Oh, we've got a ham and cheese. Just open it over in the bucket.
Hey, only on a Saturday. No, but I ordered. I'm trying to be good, so I ordered a Weight Watchers chicken salad sandwich.
Nice,
right? Because it's like 200 calories or something daft like that. And it's funny because on the substitution it said, "Oh, we haven't got that, so we've sent you 2 full-fat chicken salad sandwiches." It's like, what? So
nice.
Instead of the one reduced calorie one, you've sent me 2 double calorie ones. I don't see how that's a substitution. I'm not complaining.
I bet you ate them, though, didn't you?
I bet one of them, yeah. The other one's for tomorrow. But it's funny because like some of the things they say, some of the dates are a bit closer than we'd like, so I hope you don't mind. Like, that's fine. Yeah. One of them was like 4 bombs. Yeah, I ordered it yesterday. Like it arrived yesterday, and one of them was today, like 4 bombs.
Oh,
it's like, well, what are we gonna have for tea? So I looked through. We ordered some like chips, and they were dated today as well. I was like, oh, chip bombs. Or chip bombs for tea and fish fingers. That's what we had.
Nice.
You know what? It was bloody good. It was bloody good. I recommend it.
I've got another hero of the week as well.
Go on.
I'm gonna have 2 this week. My second one is Lucy's mum.
That's
the hero of the week. And do you know why?
Why?
Because she's renamed her cat. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Renamed it? Why?
She's renamed the cat Chairman Meow.
Oh my god. Chairman Meow.
It started off as a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
But now she's just like, oh, Chairman Meow's hungry. Just like it's not a joke anymore. Poor Rosie's gone to Chairman Meow.
Oh no, poor Rosie. That's a damn shame, isn't it?
Oh, Chairman Meow. Honestly, it makes me crease up every time she says it.
I love it. That's the best kind of name to give animals, just stupid ones. Like I love it when people give animals legit human names. Like a dog called Steve. It's just it's great because it just feels so weirdly detached.
Yeah.
Right. So that leads us on to everyone's favourite part of the podcast. That is, of course, the celebrity impressions, doing tasks that we don't know about until we do them. So you can go first this week, Jack.
Okay.
Because tell you now, I know the voices that I need to do. I've wrote down the 2 celebrities that I got on a random generator before we started. I know the voices in my head. Yeah. I don't know them out the mouth.
That's exactly what I'm like. So like I've done well the last few weeks because I've sort of know what they sound like. But these two, I'm like, I know vaguely.
Do you think you've done well the last few weeks?
Yeah.
That stroke you had last week was Sylvester Stallone.
If that other voiceover actress on the Last of Us 2 is getting death threats, how are we not getting death threats?
I know, that's a good point. Yeah, give it time. Poor Laura Bailey. Yeah, so, all right, yeah, so your first situation that you need to be in, have you got your celebrity in mind? You're picturing him getting in the method?
Got a celebrity, yeah.
Okay, so you are driving down the road, right?
Yeah.
Your sat-nav is wildly out of date.
Right.
And it keeps trying to give you directions that are not there. So it's saying like turn left and there's no road. You know, so you're getting angry at this out of date, wrong sat nav.
Right.
Table's yours.
God. Right, you ready?
Yeah. Oh boy, am I. Let's do this.
Oh bloody hell! Where's this sat nav taking me now? I was meant to be in Italy for a job. I was only meant to blow the bloody sat nav off.
Oh my. That was amazing. Oh god, that's. You started off as Mickey Flanagan, turned into Bag of Chips somewhere in the middle, and I think it was meant to be Michael Caine, but
It was meant to be Michael
I don't know when he was 4 octaves higher. My name is Michael Caine.
He's a Cockney. Straight.
You went, oh, Cockney, that'll be it. Oh, well done though. I mean, I got it.
I committed to it.
You did, and I felt it. I felt it in my heart. You were one with the Caine.
I was.
I liked it.
Oh god. I struggle with that.
All right, I'm fucked with mine, but go on.
Right. Your scenario is you've walked in the library and you just farted very loud.
Man, how does this voice go?
We need the fart noise as well.
Okay, are you ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Me and my brother Kyle here. We were just in the library. I went, beer. Do you have a book? Is it a tribute? I'm just saying words now. You know who it is, but I can't think of his sounds. It is Jack Black. I started going towards Trump again. I can't do any impressions, but everything sounds like Trump. Oh, man, that made me
like
lightheaded.
Comment on the YouTube saying you did a good Trump impression. I think you're just doing that every week now.
Yeah, that's it. Subconsciously, I've gone, well, they liked it. that one person, so, they might like this one.
Oh, Jack D? No, not Jack D. What's his name?
Jack D. That'll be a very different I farted. I don't care.
Oh, fuck off, librarian.
Yeah. Leave me alone, fucking Tory. Right, your next one.
You just imagine Jack Black walking into the library and farting.
Jack Black?
Yeah.
It'd be the best. He'd do it whilst doing that ski thing that he does. Like in the tribute video, and he skis along on his shoe. Right, anywho. Right, okay, your celebrity impression that you have to do. The situation in which you are in. You are trying... You've got a friend over to visit. They're not familiar with Britain and our ways. And you're trying to describe to them what Bovril is.
Bovril, right. Oh,
oh the lips going, the face is going.
The stroke's coming again.
Yeah, he's getting into it. Here comes the method.
Right. Say hello to my little friend. It's a bit like gravy, but you drink it. Oh, baby.
Hoo-ah. Is that Al Pacino?
I was going to say Al Cappuccino, but it wasn't Bovril, so it wasn't.
I'll have a cappuccino. Ooh, I love a cappuccino. I can't do it either, but it's fun to try.
Again, I know one word that Al Pacino says in Scarface. So now Bovril is his new best friend.
Say hello to my little friend. Bovril.
What an advert that is. How much do you have to pay Al Pacino to do that advert?
Oh, we do it for free these days. The lad's off his trolley.
He's got a big pile of Bovril in front of him.
Yeah, he's just face planting the Bovril cubes.
Say hello to my little friend.
Just bleeding oxtail soup out through the nostril. Oh, God.
Oh, wow. Struggled with that.
All right.
Not a good week for me for impressions.
It's not for me either, but oh God, this next one's going to be a bad one. I can feel it already. Go on.
Right, let me think what you're going to do. you're at home with your girlfriend or boyfriend, and
both?
someone's just walked in on you, and you're doing the old adult tango.
The salsa.
Just don't bring it up the salsa sauce, right? Go
Not
on.
a spicy one. Okay, so the action is happening, and the door has opened and scene.
Yeah.
What the fucking hell do you want? You having a laugh, ain't ya? Are you fast or furious? Because I'm both. I've got me a bat. Are you sure?
It sounds like my Michael Caine just knocked him lower.
It pretty much is. All right.
Is it Jason Statham?
Yes.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, the only way I know to do his voice is by going Jason Statham. Jason Statham. But you can't just say his name.
But if you walked in a Jason Statham shag and you miss you just walk out again, he wouldn't mess with him.
Just turn and walk, not even questions.
Fair play, lad.
As you were, sir.
Do you want a cup of tea when you finish? I'll bring the towel.
Jason, save him for later. Oh, this section's so terrible. It has to stay. I love it. Oh, right. Now that would be an embarrassing situation, Jack, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be an embarrassing situation. Which leads us on quite nicely to our next segment, which is the question we ask you lovely people, which last week was, what is your most embarrassing story? Or what is an embarrassing story you're willing to share? So we got a few people who wrote in and told us a few, and we've also got one each of our own. So
massive thank you to everyone who's written in as well. Sorry if we don't get round to mention your story. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate them all. We just haven't got time for everybody.
Yeah.
So I'll read. You want me to read them out?
Yeah, you read them out.
Okay. Yeah. Right, we've got one from. I'll keep them relatively anonymous for legality reasons for some of these. We've got one from Andy, and Andy says. Right, remember, folks, embarrassing stories.
Andy's not related to Michael
No,
Caine
none of them. None of them at all. No recollection of anybody. This is just Andy. Call him Andy Cap. Right, Andy says...
Crane, that's his name.
Yes,
Andy Crane.
Andy Corona. Says, many years ago, I was in a job interview and I didn't realise my fly was undone. It was a hot day, so I decided early that day to go commando. When I stood up at the end of the interview, I stuck my hand out to shake the interviewer's hand, and without my knowledge, little Andy appeared out of my fly, resulting in me offering the interviewer what I have since named a double handshake. It wasn't until I noticed the interviewer was looking at my waist, and I looked down, that I realised what had happened. Unsurprisingly, I never got a call back for that job. Now, had that happened this year, that would be the last thing Andy ever did. Oh, that is beautiful. I love that one.
Oh, no.
Oh
my God.
I have another one written in from a friend called Ed.
Okay.
Real name, just short. And it also involves an interview, and this happened recently. He shared a video of this recollection before, and I said, can I share that as an embarrassing story? He said, of course you can. So, he was on a video interview, because he does a lot of freelance work, so he does a lot of interviews.
Okay.
And his job involves using menus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he got asked to try and explain to them how, if somebody has 5 things to click on the screen, how can you make them click the middle one? And so he worked his way through each button and how things will work until he was doing that. He was middle fingering up, talking about this like it's the 5th button for so long without realising that's what he's doing. And the whole time he'd just been flipping off at the interviewer. And he said at the end he realised, and he was so embarrassed by it, but they were fine with it. But it was just so funny in the moment that he just stood there for so long, like, so yeah, we do this and then they might click this one because they've done this one. So
interviews are horrible as well.
Imagine
just standing there with your todger hanging out. Like, absolutely.
That might help you calm down. I don't know. I've never tried it. Might try that next time.
Imagine if you imagine the interviewers naked, like that good technique. It's not great. If
Doesn't really work. Doesn't work if you like what they look like. You might get less in the job and more arrested.
Hello, my tripod.
I have come to apply for the tripod position, or any position you're willing to offer me.
But it's at the point where he notices and they can't make eye contact with it and he's staring him in the face like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's troublesome to say the least. Right, we've got one more story and then we'll share our own stories. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, of course.
Right, our good friend Pippa says, went shopping a few months back, but had eaten quite a lot of hot homemade chili the night before.
Oh, no.
My stomach was aching and I needed to blast so bad. By the way, sexiest thing I've ever heard. Blast so bad. Walked down an empty aisle pretending to look at shampoo, ironically named. Though if I thought if I bend slightly, it would just foof out silently. Nope.
She knows it's going to be a blast, but she's gone for a foof.
Yeah, that's it.
The onomatopoeia.
So far, right of the year. So she says, I went for it just foof out slightly. Nope, it fucking echoed off the walls. And when I stood up, there was a horrified mother and child looking at me with disgust. I left the shopping and just went home. That's when you know you're in a bad situation, when you just straight up yeet yourself out of the situation.
Do you know when you go around to Tesco's, there's like them trolleys that have just been abandoned, loads of food in? Is that what's happened?
I reckon that is. It's one of two things, right? It's always one of two things. Classic situation. It's always either the rapture and they're gone because they were good Christians, or it was a fart and dash.
They shit themselves in aisle 23.
It was the old shart, yeah. Did I tell you about my shart?
No.
I think I might have shared it on my podcast, and I probably shouldn't share it again, but I'm going to. As you know, I got married this year. It happened this year. Just clarify, I'm 32.
Did that happen this year? Oh my god!
I'm 32. It happened on my 32nd birthday, actually. We went to Disney for our honeymoon, and us being the adults that we are, Charlie arranged for me to go for a Frozen Forever After cupcake party in the evening. Right. My birthday party was a Frozen themed invite only thing.
I'm going to start calling you Louis Spencer.
Oh, it was great. I loved every second. You can call what you want. I was sat with a random Peruvian family who couldn't speak English, and we were sat drinking pina coladas, the slushies, and eating blue cupcakes, like the bluest cupcakes you've ever seen. Everything was covered in blue food dye. And we got our front row seat to the amazing fireworks show, and these goggles that make all the sparkles into snowflakes in your eyes. It was amazing. Best night ever. And then we also got a private ride on the Frozen ride, which is normally sold out throughout the whole day, fully queued up. We got a private ride on that. Last ones of the night. So the woman kept saying to us, before the fireworks show, she was like, make sure you go to the toilet before the fireworks show, because it gets really busy afterwards, and we're going to walk you all through straight to the ride after it. So get ready. We won't have time to stop in between, you know? It's like, okay, cool. But you know how my brain works. The second I'm told I can't have a toilet, my brain goes, you need that now. So anyway, I'm there scoffing these cupcakes and this nonsense and drinking this alcoholic stuff I've never had before. I'm like, no, we're good. I went for a wee beforehand. We're fine. And then anyway, I get to, we go cute to the ride. It's all excited. Everyone's getting giddy. You know, me and the other 5-year-olds or whatever. Anyway, we're all there. And me and Charlie are like at the back of the queue. And we're going in, we're getting our private VIP thing into the ride. It's so exciting. And we're walking through the zigzag, like, spider queue system. Right? You know the way they are, like, in the cinemas and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I was like, oh, I've got a bit of a gaggle. And, like, much like this lady in Tesco, I was like, I'll just let a slipper go. And I let a little slipper go. And I guarantee all the colour in my face disappeared. Because I went from happy jovial to, I got to leave. I need to leave now. Like, I just started leaving. All the doors were locked because we're the last ones in. This is a private event.
Oh, wow.
There's about 20 people in here and like 5 staff. I had to go all the way around the snake back out to the guy who's just locked the door. And I had to say to him, I need to go. It's an emergency. Yeah, I said, I need the restroom. It's an emergency. And he looked at me like, okay. Like, no questions. And if I tell you I sprinted, there could have been an armed policeman pointing at me. I would have kept running. I was going. And I got there. I got to the restrooms. And because it was empty, because we're the last ones in the place, luckily there's no one there. And I just, oh God, I feel bad for Consuelo, whoever had to clean that up.
I could just imagine you squatting over a toilet like a blue Mr. Whippy machine.
I wish it was blue. No, it was horrific. I tell you,
let it go.
I couldn't anymore. It was gone. Well, I ironically couldn't hold it back anymore. I guess it's the next line in it. So, but yeah. Anyway, I then 5 or 10 minutes later after the evacuation and washing my hands 17 times, I then went back into the ride. I knocked on the door It's like, only me, go back in. And
do you remember me shouting yourself on that seat over there?
Well, the guy let me back in, and I went there, and Charlie was there. Luckily, she's got the gift of the gab that her dad's got, so she was keeping them. She was holding court. There was 5 of them laughing and joking, and I got round there, and she said, "Oh, here he is. Let's go back on." They're like, "Okay, cool. Enjoy your ride." They're all being happy and jovial. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. No, this is completely fine. I'm not freaking out." So I get on the ride, and we're all sat there and we're going through it. And I'm like, "Oh God, that was so bad." And I feel like it could happen again. And I'm on a ride now. This is a no exit zone. I'm in water. This is a boat ride, and I don't know what happens in it. Like, as far as I know, it's just a dark ride. So it's just that means it's just like a quiet ride. There's stuff going on. You look at visuals, songs are going on. Olaf's looking at you like, holy shit, it's really Olaf. It was a great ride. But there's one little part where you go down like a little waterfall thing, and I'm fine with that. Luckily, at the time, the old sphincter was working. It's doing its job. But I tell you, if that had been 5 minutes earlier, that moment right there, which, by the way, is the moment to take a photograph of you on the ride, that moment would have been the moment my face would have been like fully emptied. That would have been the worst.
The same face to sex dolls in the stadium.
Yeah, exactly. I could have got a second job. Ship me off to Seoul afterwards. But yeah, that was my little story for that. I don't even know how that came about. Oh, that's
how are you going to follow the embarrassing story after that embarrassing story?
You know what? That's a good point. You know what? That is my embarrassing story. I'm such an idiot. I'm such a complete idiot.
I want to know what your other story was.
I'll save it. You know it. It's fine. It's not even that embarrassing. Well, it's mortifying, but I'm so used to it. Let me cross that off. Let me just cross that off there. There you go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, you. See you next week. I might share that one next week. You never know. It involves a bus. Remember?
Just imagine you being in a queue for like little kids, just like move.
Move, child, I'll be shat on.
Like the BFG trying to get through a child of kids.
I've got to be a bit fucking gross right now. So yeah, that was mine. God. That was my embarrassing story, and I wish I'd have said it was that at the beginning. I wasn't even planning to share that. I even regretted saying it on my podcast back when I had one. And sorry.
Now we've actually got an audience.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they are. Enjoy, people. You know what? I might get Charlie's. Little spoiler alert: Charlie's doing some merch for us, I think. Yeah. So I might get her to make an I Sharted on Frozen T-shirt.
Anyone who's got a Photoshop, just get a picture of Chris just like barging through the sneak queue with the toilet.
I'll try and find the picture of me on the ride afterwards just to see the trauma on my face. Oh right. God. Anyway, top that one, you.
My story can't be topped by that. Jesus, right. So my story is, I used to live with my best friend Josh and some of the friends in Sheffield, and I used to get a train back home to Liverpool quite often. Yeah. I was always late. You know what I'm like with timekeeping, not ideal. Yeah. So in Sheffield, there's a massive hill to get down to the train station. Yeah. And rather than going round like I usually would do, I thought, if I just bomb down that hill, I'll get to my train.
That is not a good idea. Momentum is not your friend.
Yeah, it wasn't really, because it was in a rush. Yeah. There's a proper wheelchair thing. But I'd not tied my shoelaces properly. Right. Like, I just shoved them on my feet. Because my toes look like croissants anyway. There's no point in me putting shoes on. So, I may as well just not wear them. But I put shoes on them for aesthetics.
For other people. You do, don't you? You fit it in.
So I'm flying down this hill, got 5 minutes to go for my train. Yeah. My shoelace gets caught in my front wheel. And my chair stops. I go face plant on the floor. I'm going to cut on my foot and I cut on my chin. But the worst bit was I couldn't get up because my foot's still stuck in my front wheel because the lace is stuck around.
Oh no.
Oh, so the poor man at the coffee machine had to come and cut my laces on my front wheel while I got back on my chair.
Oh, that poor guy. I mean, poor you as well, but still. You made the train. Nice.
You're just about.
Oh man, that is a good story. And plus you got a good war wound. You get a good couple of days of sympathy out of that.
Oh god, it was really embarrassing, man.
I wish I'd have seen it though. Just part of me wishes that's on film somewhere. I bet you there's a policeman somewhere looking at CCTV, dying laughing.
The same hill as well. I bet my friend Josh, who's able-bodied, I said, I bet you can't push up this steep hill in my chair. And he was like, I can. And Josh will do anything for £1. So I was standing
I bet he does. I think you're doing well.
He's not gay, but 20 quid's 20 quid. Right, so I sat on the top of the hill and sat on like a little wall with my other best friend Jody. And Josh took the chair down the bottom. And it was pitch black, it was dark, and he was pushing up, and he was out of breath. We were all laughing and joking. And I was going, come on, you can't push up there in a wheelchair, blah, blah. And this bloke was walking down, and he was like, don't take the piss out of someone in a wheelchair. That's really bad. And I was like, mate, it's my wheelchaire. He went, what? And I went, it's my chair and it's the joke. He went, not bad. And he walked off the shop.
See, I like the people of Sheffield. They seem to get it.
He looked at me like really aggressive, like he was going to knock me out because I was bullying disabled people.
No, that's good.
Disabled, it was fine.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. He was on your side, and then he was double on your side. Oh man, that's brilliant. Right, well, so that's our embarrassing stories done, which means we're pretty much done with this episode, folks. So, do you have anything else you want to add, Jack, before we start chucking the plugs out?
We forgot Jack's Jolly Joke of the Week.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
That's the best bit of the podcast.
I didn't know that was a thing, but go on.
No, it's a segment now. I'm just made it a segment.
Okay.
So
it might be a tweet in the future, but go on.
Right. I forgot my joke now. You got me on the tin. Right. I've got a young child.
Oh God, this isn't going well.
He's learning Spanish though, but he still can't say please. That's por favor. Where's your noise? I thought you had a noise for it. That's a good one.
I forgot about the noise. All those buttons, and I've used 2 of them.
Oh, the local snooker club's opened up. There's a queue outside.
Alright, that's the last one of them you get. That's the last one.
Do you want to know how big the queue was at B&Q?
No.
Same size as the bacon.
Alright, that one's pretty good. I'll give you that one. You finally got one.
Right, I'll leave it at that.
I'm sorry, folks. If you've been with us this long, I can only apologise for that ending.
Oh, God.
Right, if you've liked what you've seen, folks, feel free to reach out to us on social media. We're at Hunting for Funny on all the platforms. If you do like what you've heard, though, do us a favour, please. If you're watching us on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button and don't forget to tick the little bell thing so you get all notifications. And if you're on iTunes or anywhere else you listen to your podcast, give us a 5-star review. If you do, we'll give you a shout out in the next episode. Which reminds me, I forgot this week's one. Mr. Danny Ellis, thank you very much for the 5-star review this week. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that. Sorry, dude.
Did we have Thomas Matthews on YouTube? Give us a big shout out as well. 5-star review and a comment on YouTube. We'll take that.
Do we? I didn't see that one.
We do have Thomas Matthews. He was a subscriber.
Cool.
I checked the emails.
There you go. See, I didn't check that one because you checked it. So there we are. It's good to know. That's why we have 2 hosts.
Don't forget as well that this week's question to the public is, who's the most famous person or the most obscure celebrity that you've ever met? And if you can send us pictures in social media, let us know the stories. Whatever it is, we'll shout it out and we'll say our best ones next week.
That is a good point. Thank you. I completely forgotten the questions. Thanks for doing that. So yeah, folks, send in your most famous person you've ever met with pictures and quotes and whatnot to our social media stuff. And also rate and subscribe. So that is it for this week, I think. Anything else you want to add, Jack?
Nope, that's all from me, Chris.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for listening, folks. I'll see you all next week. That's all from me. That's all from him. Good night.
Good night.